from a given disaster. Speed away from the holy mind. Pride, that's where I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a new in my wardrobe video along with the first impressions of the Chanel 19 bag. The whole part of the video is very much a collective one and there's really no rhyme or reason to it. It's very random, just new season pieces that I'm really excited to add to my wardrobe. And then I will be talking about my Chanel 19 bag. Obviously this is in no sense a proper review, but I've gotten so many questions and DMs about this bag, so I thought I would answer what I can in today's video. So I hope you guys enjoy this and let's get started. Okay, so the first piece which I'm just so excited about is this long wool blend kind of waistcoat vest thing, I guess. Kind of difficult to describe. I got something similar from Zara for the summer months and I just love it so much. I was really looking for something that could transition a little easier into kind of autumn winter. I saw this and I thought it was just so gorgeous, really cute, either kind of with the belt that comes with it or adding on your own belt depending on the look that you're going for. It's double breasted and then completely sleeveless. It's very soft as well, so it almost has like a soft felt feel, but it is a wool blend, so it's part, I think it's part recycled wool, normal wool, and then polyester, but it's a really nice fabric. And I thought this would look so cute either over a dress, so you get that kind of waistcoat dress look, or over jeans, over faux leather leggings. Like, I feel like the styling options are so endless with it. And I just thought it was gorgeous, so very excited about this. I feel like it's a little bit elevated as well, so it looks a little bit fashiony but not so out there that it's gonna look, you know, totally out of place in normal environments, and I just thought it was so cute. Next up is a gorgeous skirt, and you guys know how much I love my pleated skirts. I just cannot get enough, and it's a piece that I wear all year round. You know, I wear them during summer, I wear them during winter. I truly feel like they're just such a great wardrobe staple. I'm always on the lookout for good new ones, and this one is gorgeous. It's a little bit more heavyweight, so I do think it's more appropriate for the kind of autumn winter season, but at the same time it doesn't feel like uncomfortable or too kind of specific to one season, if that makes sense. Like, it has a very nice drape and flow to it, and there is some weight to it, but it's just enough to make it feel substantial, if that makes any sense. I love the color. It's this beautiful kind of taupe mint color, really lovely. The elasticated waist gives it like a little bit more of a sporty element too, and I thought this would be so beautiful just with a sweater, some heels. You could either wear it with boots if you want to as well. Just really lovely, and I thought the color was just like the perfect neutral. I think this would go so beautifully with lighter bags like cream or white. Just a really lovely versatile skirt. Next up is a pair of work pants or trousers depending on where you live, and I told you guys this haul was just totally random, but I have my first work meeting in, gosh, like almost 2 years scheduled. It's an in-person meeting, haven't had really any recently, and I wanted a pair of new work pants. It's not really something that I usually gravitate towards in general, like I'm usually much more of a skirt girl, but I've just been loving tailoring recently, and so it's been on my list to find a nice pair which just really smart and classic. You know, I don't want anything too trendy. These are just an item that I want to buy and then have in my wardrobe, and that's it. And I found these and I thought they were just beautiful. They fit really nicely. It's a really nice weight material as well. They aren't lined, so they aren't overly suit-like, if that makes sense, because sometimes I feel like those kind of trousers, they can feel a little bit stuffy and a bit old-fashioned, whereas these feel fresh and modern, but at the same time, you know, very classic. So hopefully I won't have to replace them anytime soon, and I just love these. It's a really nice kind of twill-like fabric, so good all year round, and just a really nice classic fit. Next up is a piece I have actually already worn. I was way too excited to wait, but it's this gorgeous sweater that I got, and this is a cashmere one, and it is so incredibly soft and dreamy. I absolutely love it. It is a kind of high neck one, but it's not a roll down one. So you do have that just really easy look about it. It drapes in a really lovely way. It's incredibly soft and cozy, and the sleeves are like a little bit wider, but they're not absolutely massive. So even though it's not a really figure hugging, form fitting one, it still has enough bagginess and looseness, feel very easygoing. So I love this. I teamed it with just kind of straight leg jeans. I think it also worked with skinny jeans as well. That's how the model wore it online, and I liked both looks. So I'll probably try wearing this with skinny jeans too, but it's just a really nice classic sweater. I love the color as well. It is a taupe, but I did team it with my Chanel 19, and I didn't feel like the tones clashed at all, because sometimes taupes and browns can veer towards the warm side, whereas obviously grey is a cooler neutral. So I'm always a bit wary about mixing and matching the two, but actually they are both like neutral enough and not so far to either side that I felt like it really worked. And I just love this. So really beautiful, beautiful quality cashmere as well, and just the softest, loveliest thing. Next up is a sweater, and on the one hand I am really excited about this, but on the other I think I went for the wrong color. I didn't realize this would be like as green as it is, so I think I'm going to exchange this one for, there's like a really pretty kind of camel one or the wine one. I haven't decided yet, but I think I'm gonna go for the camel just because I have a lot of bags around that kind of shade now, and again, I want to be able to mix and match, but I love the fit. It is so beautiful. So it's this really nice kind of waffle knit one. So it's not overly heavy, but it's still a proper sweater. It has this great asymmetrical drape, really lovely, so just off the shoulder, and then you have these longish sleeves. You have a little keyhole for your fingers as well. I always love this detail, and I feel like it only appears on more sporty type of sweaters. Like I have a lot of Lululemon sweaters which have this, but I love it on a sweater. And then you do have a subtle back wing sleeve, nothing kind of too out there at all, just really subtle and lovely. Definitely more of a form-fitting one in terms of the body, even though you have a little bit more fabric around the shoulder, but I love this. I always love sweaters with this kind of detail. I just feel like it makes knitwear just that little bit more elegant, and I thought this one was gorgeous. Even though I'm not in love with this particular color, I do think I'm going to order the burgundy one. Next up is a sweater, and this is a super girly one, so definitely not one if your style is a bit edgier, but I love my baby pinks. I don't feel like I'm ever going to grow out of it either. I just think it's such a beautiful feminine shade to wear, and this one I thought was so beautiful. I've spoken about the brand before. They're really affordable, but actually the quality always blows me away. This is another waffle knit one, but unlike the off the shoulder one, it's a little bit more heavyweight, so that I feel like almost blurs the line between like a top and a knitwear piece, whereas this is a proper sweater. It's actually more substantial than I thought from the description, but it is just like a proper casual sweater. I feel like I could wear this like a brunch and it wouldn't look out of place. It is a really nice fitting one, nice medium weight, so really nice for layering as well. And just the prettiest thing. So I was so happy with this. I put it on and even Dan was like, oh, that's a really nice color. Probably not one he'd wear, but he liked it on me, and I just love it. It's such a lovely one. And then next up is a little bit more of a statement sweater, but I've been wanting something like this so that I could team it with both jeans and skirts, and that it just be a little bit more exciting than like your basic crew neck, which I do have a few versions of, so I feel like I'm set in terms of just simple black sweaters. But I loved this one with the little puff sleeve. It does have some volume, but I don't feel like it's too crazy out there, which sometimes when it comes to puff sleeves, like there's a limit in terms of how far I'm willing to go in terms of how large they are, because too large, and in my experience I just won't wear them because I just feel silly when I go out, whereas this I feel like has the proportions totally right. It's slimmer in the body, so really easy to team with both denim and skirts, but the sleeves definitely do add that volume and that little bit of extra drama, and I love them. This came in a whole bunch of different colors, and it's very, very soft. I'd say it's a little bit more of a lightweight knit. There is quite a bit of stretch to it as well, and I just thought this was so perfect, exactly what I was looking for, right on trend with the puff sleeve, but not so out there that I feel a bit silly wearing it. Next up, to answer some of your questions about the Chanel 19 bag, I've had so many messages and DMs about this bag. I did not realize that so many of you guys were considering it. Literally my inbox is just filled with questions about this style, so I'm going to do my best to answer what I can. This one is from this year's collection, so it is I'm gonna guess it's 21C. I don't know for sure. If you do know, then please leave it down below for everyone. But I bought it at the beginning of August, so definitely this year's collection. I was told it was part of the new season collection that had just arrived, and it didn't seem particularly hard to find. Like, I went into a few stores and they all had this bag, so I imagine it would still be available now. And this one is the small size and it is in the lambskin. In terms of the weight, I've had some questions asking if I find it heavy, and I really don't. And I was actually quite surprised by the question because generally speaking, I find puffer bags to be more on the light side. The only heavy part of the chains, like there is some substantial weight to the chains, which I kind of like, to be honest, because I just feel like it's really nice quality. So I don't mind that. And the only thing I'm conscious of is when I set it down, and particularly when I compare it to my classic flaps, I never worry about the structure there because they are so rigid and firm and just so structured. Whereas this, when you kind of hold it like this, I don't worry about the structure at all. But when it's just resting, I do worry that the weight of the chains is going to make it sag a little bit. But in general, I don't find the bag to be too heavy at all. On the contrary, I think it's actually very, very lightweight. That's also helped as well with the fabric interior as well. So whenever you have a leather interior, usually it does add weight to the bag, whereas it has a fabric interior, so fairly lightweight. And I mean, again, it's been hardly any time at all, so I promise to do like a proper review once I've had a chance to use it more and do a wear and tear update. But the few times I have used it, I really enjoyed it, and I've actually been really kind of pleasantly surprised at its versatility. I did have someone ask me if I felt silly kind of just wearing a Chanel bag casually. I'm actually really loving it, and I feel like I didn't even know this was missing, but obviously the Chanel classic flap is more of a formal style, so I would never really carry like my Chanel jumbo to the grocery store, whereas I have done with this, and I actually feel like it's okay because it does have that more casual element. But at the same time, I've also worn this with heels, and I think it works as well. I'm not totally sure whether I would kind of wear it proper dressed up with like a full-on dress and heels. I might give it a go, but for me this is more casual dressy, if that makes sense. So, you know, if you wanted to wear just a pair of jeans, some heels and a cute top, I think this would go perfectly. I'm not totally sure whether I'd wear it full-on dressed up. But I really love this kind of in-between style. Again, I don't feel really comfortable wearing my classic flaps like super casually, generally speaking, whereas this one, I just think it really kind of fills that gap. So I've really been liking that element. In terms of the size, I did try on the large one as well, and for me, I just didn't really like how it felt on me. It was a little bit more slouchy because it was larger, and it just kind of went from puffy and casual but still like, you know, put together to very casual and slouchy. And definitely the leather was beautiful, and if that's your preference for look, I think you'll love it. But I just didn't want something that relaxed for a Chanel bag, so the small was a no-brainer in terms of, you know, as soon as I tried them on, I knew which size I wanted. There was no debating it. So I would definitely recommend, like, if you're debating between the two, try them on, because I imagine it's going to be pretty clear which one you like. But yeah, so far so good. I promise to do an update. I know a bunch of you have requested a comparison video as well. I think it's the Saint Laurent puffer that you guys want to see, but let me know if there are any other styles that you want to see me compare this to. I'm happy to do that. But yeah, so far so good. I've really been enjoying it, and I promise to keep you guys updated on the wear and tear. Next up is this top, and I'm not gonna lie, this is a 50-50 one for me. I tried it on and I wasn't sure, and Dan really liked it, but I'm on the fence. So let me know your thoughts down below. It's a Smock one, and I guess I just don't really have too many things like this in my wardrobe. You do have these kind of balloon sleeves, which I do really like, and it has this ruched effect on the body, and then it has like this gentle peplum. So it is a slightly longer top, so one that you're gonna wanna wear with kind of skinny jeans or like faux leather leggings, something like that. But I'm just not really sure, like definitely on the fence. I like it in theory, but I just don't know whether it suits me. But yeah, I'm not sure. So if you have thoughts, please let me know. If you can figure out why I'm on the fence, again, please let me know. But definitely one I'm not immediately sure about, or am I just crazy and is in my head? So let me know down below your thoughts, please. Now for this absolutely gorgeous blouse, and it's been on my wish list to try and find a cute blouse which is a little bit more autumn specific that I can wear all my new autumn bags. As you can probably tell, I'm fairly focused on trying to get things which complement my wardrobe but also specifically match for some of the bags I got. So I wanted something with either camel or brown flecks but in like a proper blouse form. I saw this and I just thought it was so beautiful. So it has a v-neck and it has this beautiful kind of button closure, and then it cinches in at the waist with this lovely tie. So there is a peplum, but it's a very subtle one, and then it has this semi sheer effect throughout, and then you have these beautiful kind of cinched in sleeves at the wrist. And I just thought this was so lovely, so pretty much exactly what I wanted. I was so excited to find this. I just thought it was the prettiest top. Next up is a shacket, and this is one trend that I absolutely love. I'd say it's fairly rare that there's a trend that appears which is just kind of a little bit out of the blue and it's just completely different from anything else I have in my wardrobe that I immediately love. Like, it's very rare that happens, but this one is definitely one of those trends. I think it's just so great, and I love a good plaid shirt, but I don't always find them that easy to incorporate into my wardrobe, whereas this incorporates those elements but still allows you to wear your kind of own tops underneath, which is why I think I love it so much. So I have this one right here, which is this really lovely kind of longer one. It's not the softest in the world, so it's definitely more of like a jacket feel rather than like a fleecy flannel sweater. I love the colorway of this though. It comes in a bunch of different colors. I went for this kind of beige and black one. I also have the red and black one on order, so I'm gonna see when that arrives, but I think I'm probably going to prefer this one just because it's a little bit more neutral, so easier to pair with things in my wardrobe. It is a longer one as well, so I thought this would be so cute with some faux leather leggings, really nice with jeans as well. I am planning on rolling the sleeves up just to give it like that little bit more casual look. But I love this, so cute, exactly what I wanted, and just kind of bang on trend with that whole shacket look. And then for my next jacket, I do have this pink one right here, and I love this because I feel like it's a really nice bridge. You still are able to keep that really like feminine girly element, but in a slightly tougher style with the jacket form. It is the softest thing. It is so nice to the touch. It's not quite as long as the other one either, so again, if you wanted that more kind of shirt-like look, this one's ideal. You do have these beautiful buttons all the way throughout, and it's just the coziest thing. It isn't like a solid one either. It's almost like a very subtle herringbone pattern. So you have like flecks of ivory, but only very subtle. The color is just beautiful. It's like a very soft, warm baby pink. Really cute. I feel like this would go so beautifully with, well, pretty much everything. Like, pinks go so well with navies, but I also think it would look really nice with some warm brown tones, nice with black, just so many different styling opportunities, and it is just the comfiest, coziest thing. And then finally, my very last piece is a sweater that I got, and I got so many questions about where this is from. I only kind of showed it very briefly in a try-on clip, but so many messages. So it's this beautiful burgundy one that I got from Revolve, and this is just a really beautiful classic kind of medium to heavyweight knit, I'd say. So it definitely isn't a lighter one, so it's very warm, and the color is just beautiful. It's like autumn in a sweater. It's the loveliest kind of deep burgundy wine color, so like there's a hint of berry to it, but it just goes so beautifully with, you know, warm tones, whether that's like a caramel or a deep brown. Like, it's so pretty. It's just a very simple kind of crew neck, and it is like a proper knit pattern. And this is just so perfect, and it's incredibly soft as well. So I was so happy about this. The color is just so dreamy and just the perfect thing for autumn. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. As usual, I will include links to everything I featured in the description section below. I will also try to remember to include sizing. If you have any questions about any of these pieces or the 19 bag, let me know in the comment section. Let me know as well if there were any specific bags that you wanted me to compare the 19 to. Happy to do that. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.